Hello, everyone. This is Thinking Latino. So I don't even know if that's going to be my name on this YouTube channel. I don't even know if I'm going to have a YouTube channel. I'm just trying this out just because I want to get some things off my chest. So I'm just getting out of my house right now. And I just want to kind of record some moments of my life, I guess. I've sold my house. Um, and yeah, I live here in Canada. I live 35 to 40 minutes um, from Toronto. So this is kind of what it looks like. I mean, see? So it's nice and hot here. So for those of you who are not familiar with Canada, it does get hot here as well in the summertime. Very hot, actually. Actually, it gets very humid. But anyway, like I said, I'm selling my house, and the reasons for it, number one, is just because of this whole situation with the whole um, COVID-19, which has been going on for the past 5 months. So here in Canada, we're right now in stage 3. So pretty much almost everything is open except for sporting events and large mass gatherings. Um, but yeah, that was the number one reason. Uncertainty. I don't know what's going to happen per se. So just in case I need to leave, whether it's for another job opportunity or just get out, pretty much, I'm flexible to do so. I wasn't born here. I came here when I was 10, but I can talk about that in another video. Another reason is because the house has more than doubled in price since the 8 years that I've been here. So I've made a good profit. And you know what? I was driving around about mid-March, and I started noticing that all the houses that were going up for sale were selling pretty quickly, right? They were like within days, it was sold, sold, sold. So I started noticing that, yeah, you know what? There are some houses going for sale. It's low inventory. People want to get away from apartment buildings, etc. And lo and behold, I went on YouTube, and yeah, people were saying that, yeah, it's low inventory. So that's another reason why I sold. Another reason why I sold is because I am single. I've never been married. I'm gonna be 43 in November, and I mean, originally that was the primary reason why I bought the house 8 years ago, because you just think it's the next logical step, right, in your adulthood. But now I don't want to get married. I don't think it's in it for me. I don't think there's anything good in it for me, especially in these Western type countries. And I mean, you can go into red pill channels and all these other types of channels to talk about family law, and just Western society as a whole is just decaying. You may think it's progressing, but it's not. For anybody who is clear headed, is pragmatic, sees things for how they are, rather than how you feel and pretend to be, and just to get along for getting along, you can see that this is a decay in society. How long is it going to take? It could take, who knows, right? It could take years, decades, but it's on its decline unless something major happens. So, I'm gonna go into my home. Why not? It is a bit messy, so just don't mind me. I'm just trying to sell as many things as I can, through Kijiji here. So I'm just gonna show you just a little bit what a typical house would look like here, right? Especially for those of you who are perhaps Latinos, perhaps in the States or in other Latin American countries. Yes, it is quite messy. Like I said, I'm just in the process of boxing things and and selling things in Kijiji. My closing date is August 28th. I already have a basement apartment out in the country, so I'm getting away from the city, just from these towns, and I'm able to work where I work. I work at one of the hospitals, but I'm doing about half at the hospital, half at home. I had been renting a couple of my rooms to students, right? And I've been doing that for like the past 6.5 years of the 8 years that I've been doing this. And it was good money, but sharing your space with other people, even if they're nice, it gets exhausting. 6.5 years, I was done with it, and I want quiet. I want. Here's my room. It's a mess. I'm not married. I can do whatever I want. Um, there you go. See, it's quite a mess. Very large bedroom, right? I think this was definitely the hallmark of the purchase. the persons who obviously wanted the house saw the actual. There's the bathroom. We're not gonna go into it too deeply because it can get scary right now. I'm again in the process of just cleaning everything and tidying everything, right? But this is definitely the main reason probably somebody got the house. Is just the size of the bedroom. It's very large, as you can see. I mean, you can do quite a lot in there. It's like a bachelor apartment almost. But yeah, I was renting rooms to students, and I got tired of it, and I figured, you know what, I'm not renting any more rooms anymore. But at the same time, if I stay in the house by myself, then it's just one guy in a three-bedroom house. When the house is double more than price, I've made profit. I have no debt. I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, my job I feel is pretty secured, but at the same time, you just never know. I want to be able to be flexible, and actually, yeah, I would say even a more primary reason for selling the house was the fact that I didn't want to have anybody having leverage on me. So, for example, a mortgage, or for me to make a decision down the line, um, and that decision, if I gotta make it, I want it to be clear headed and based on my own individuality and my own values, rather than doing it for a house. Okay, I gotta stay here because, or I gotta do this, or I gotta comply to this because of a mortgage, right? So that was, pretty much the main reason. But there are other reasons, as I've mentioned. Um, and yeah, we're gonna see what happens. Some of you may think, wanting to just buy a house in the countryside, and I could actually technically take all the money that I have right now, and I can buy a house with cash in the country, and have no mortgage whatsoever, and I'm done with housing, right? But I decided not to, just because, again, I don't know what's going to happen, and I'd rather be mobile and flexible, rather than be in a house, even though it would be mortgage free. But yeah, I'm gonna go in the country, and I'll make a video about that. I mean, the guy who owns the house even has chickens and a rooster. I mean, it's fantastic. And who knows? Maybe I'll go back to my country where I was born, buy a beautiful off-grid place over there. So I'm sure that a lot of people are going through a lot of uncertainty and kind of like figuring out what's going to happen, and just placing yourself in the best position you can possible, so you're able to be flexible and mobile. I think to myself that you want to have as many options as possible, because if you don't have any options, someone's going to make it for you, and you may not like it. Okay, everybody, so I hope somebody watches this video. Maybe it's the beginning of one of those great YouTube channels, or maybe not. But regardless, I just wanted to just express myself to somebody out there. And yeah, so you know what? If anybody out there is single, it's awesome. Don't ever think you have to get married, man. I'm single, and I do what I want. And that to me should be the number one reason. I'm gonna leave the house right now, and I don't even have to come back home if I don't want to. All right, guys, have a great day.